So W1, W2, W3, W4. This is WD, which is dummy warehouse. Actually, we are not going to transport any items to that warehouse. Only we are assuming. Here, W1 we require 40 units, 50 units here, 30, 90, and here the balance 50 units. Now it becomes balanced problem because now both supply and demand are equal. So first of all, we'll take all these costs, and once these costs are there, it becomes easier for us to write down the penalties. So, and here for this dummy column, we have put all of them as zeros. That means since we are actually not transporting any units, we are putting 0 as the transportation cost. Now we'll write row penalty, and here we have column penalty. So here 0 is the lowest value. First row we are checking now. 6 is the next lowest. So we will write this 6 is the row penalty. And here 0 is the least. Next list is 7 right here. And here 0 is the least. Next list is 4. So we will write 4 here. And in column penalties, 4 is the lowest, next lowest is 10. So what we got is 6. Here 7 and 14. So the difference of these two is 7, which is the column penalty. Here 6 and 7. So column penalty 1. Here item 9, column penalty is 1. Here there is 0 penalty because there is no difference here. So that is 0 penalty. So now based on these values, we see highest penalty is occurring in two places, 7. So what we try to do is, we try to allocate to the place where we can allocate all the 50 units. So I'll choose. Anyhow we can choose it arbitrarily. There is no such hard and fast rule that we need to allocate only to this particular cell. So here what we have done is, here 7, this row we are choosing, and we are making an allocation of 50 units. So 50 units are allocated here. So this out of 80, 50 are allocated, 30 are remaining. That means these 50 units are satisfied. This row will no longer be useful. That means while making allocation or while calculating penalties, we should not take this into consideration. Only remaining cells have to be taken into consideration. That is, in this we observe, once we exclude this, we have only this table. That means W1 to W4 table only is there. In this list is 6, next is 9. So here we will take 3 as penalty. Then here also 7 and 8. Here you will see in the second row, F2 row, 7 and 8, we have only 1. And then we see the third row, that is F3, in that we have 4 and 7, that is 3. So similarly we go for column penalties. In column penalty, as usual, 4 and 10, that is 6, and then 7 and 14, that is 7. Then here 6 and 7, 1. Here 8 and 9, 1. Here it is no longer required. So we put hyphen here. Then among these things, we will see here it is the highest penalty. So this column we need to make allocation. So here we have 50 units required here. And in this column, if you see, this cell is having the lowest cost. So we have to make allocation in this cell. So 60 are available, 50 are required. So we can make 50 units. 50 units. So if 50 units are there, we have made allocation. Now this is satisfied. Out of 60, 10 are still remaining. So now W2 column should not be considered any longer because this is satisfied. Similarly, WD also should not be considered. Now while calculating penalties, W1, W3, W4, only these three have to be considered. So here again we will see the penalty 3, 6, 9, then W1, W3 and W4, 7, 8. That means 1, 1. Then here 4, 13, 11. That means W1, W3, W4. If we consider for F3 row, only here 7. 4 and 11 means 7. So we will write here 7. Now similarly we calculate for this also. Again same 4 and 10, that is 6. Here since this is satisfied, we no longer consider this. And here 6 and 7, 1, 8 and 9, 1. And here this was already over. And then among these things we find this 7. This is applicable here. That means in this row you have to make allocation. In this row the lowest is only 3 cells are available, W1, W3, W4. In this lowest is 4. So obviously our choice is that, but only 10 units are available from factory 3. After earlier we have allocated 50. Now that is done. These 10 units are also exhausted. That means we are not going to consider F3 row in future because there are no units available, so we cannot make any allocation. Again we'll repeat the same procedure. 3. So here W1, W3, W4. Again 3. Penalty is 3. Again. Now